quick demonstration how to chop spring onion. Make sure your fingers are tucked behind. If you've never done this before and you're just learning, just do it nice and slowly, and as you become more confident you can speed up. Just dragging the fingers back. And throw the ends away. Chopped spring onion. If you want to do it finely chopped, as you're chopping, just do it a little bit more finely, or you can do it like that, and it's just a simple case of chopping like that. Just be careful when you're touching the basic chopping of an onion. Just take the head off, leave the tail on, and half. And as you see, they're not all easy to peel, but they usually are. And basically keeping these ends on, stopping from when you're chopping it from all falling apart. To finely chop an onion, just small slices, make them as close to each other as you can. Give it a little cut in the middle, just be very careful with your fingers. And again, just really small slices. If you don't have the confidence to do the finely chopping this way, you can do them a little bit thicker and do the method I showed you on the spring onions, the chopping like that. Now when you're halfway through, it becomes more dangerous, it can slip easily, so turn it over and just do a couple of these slices like that, get a bit of grip and the onion won't slip. Throw the end of it.
That bit off, stick it on like that, and cut around to get the bits off. I suppose it doesn't really matter how you do it, just find a way that you find useful. And that leaves you with these bits pretty much the same as around it, and it chops them in nicely strips as well. I like this, for example, on pizzas and things. And,
nice for salads too.
Nice for salads too. And obviously when you cut them like this, they're slightly smaller, you know, etc. really.
Right, how to cut a chicken for a chicken curry. And basically you want good chunks. Again, it's to taste. If you want them smaller, you want them larger, depends on how many you're cooking for. And as you can see the size of this chicken breast. Now I got two of these. I'm just going to show you the other one here. I got two of these for just over £4 and they're halal butchers. So shop around, because you don't want to pay expensive amount of money for chicken for a wee cheap chicken curry. Look at the size of them, they're beautiful, fresh, and you don't have to spend a lot of money for them, and you can feed an army with those two. So it's a great addition if you've got a few people. Not an, I don't want to say a great addition. It's a great thing to buy. It's a great thing to buy if you've got an army of kids or men to feed when they come back from the pub. So just.
So I'm just, I mean, sizes. I think pretty much general knowledge as well, but as you can see, you're not cutting that on a wooden cutting board.
Yes, again, it's red chopping board is basically for red meats, and I know chicken isn't a red meat, but I'm keep my wooden board for my veg, my bread, and these wee kind of plasticky ones are a lot better. And twice my phones went off in a video. I do apologise about that. I'll switch it off next time. And
so use a plastic one, or even I got a glass cutting board ones out of the pound shop even, and they're great for chopping meats.
We'll start off with red curry paste. This you can get in any supermarket. You're probably better off getting it from a Chinese superstore, but any superstore or even local shops can sometimes sell it as well. Very simple and easy to get. Your seasoning, chicken stock cube, coconut milk, again a very easy ingredient to buy at the shops. You've got your chopped veg, your onion, spring onion, green and red peppers, and your chicken. Before you put your heat on, add your oil, a couple of teaspoons, and your red curry paste.
And have a spoon ready.
And it's handy to have a wee spoon ready. Now, Thai red curry paste is quite hot, so only put between a half and a spoon. Now the people I'm making this for don't like a really hot curry, so I'm just going to put in a half. It's easier to add than it is to take away. So just get the base of your spoon. Now you want to mix these two while it's cold. Don't heat the pan up, because then the curry paste tends to burn and you get a bitter taste off it. So just mix the oil and the paste together. Forgive the noise. You can do this in a pestle and mortar if you have one handy, or you can do it in a cup or a little dish.
Especially if you have a pot that doesn't like scratching.
Yeah. A non-stick. Don't do this in a non-stick pan. And now you can add your heat. And while that just gently heats, I'm going to open up the coconut milk. You don't want to add coconut milk if you're not a keen lover of coconut. Add cream. It's just as nice. I just prefer the coconut milk. It gives it that little bit more of an Indian flavour, you know, a Thai flavour. That's how it normally looks if you've not seen it before. It's thick at the top, but you'll see as I take it out, you'll see it's like a water. Out it all comes. Use the full tin. If you're going to make it for more than 4 people, obviously I would use a tin and a half to 2 tins. And I'm going to use my whisk. So just gently.
Now, if the coconut milk doesn't actually look like this when it comes out of the tin, I've had tins where it didn't sort of split that way.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
And just give it a little mix. At this stage, I'm just going to give it a little taste for heat. I'm going to leave it there at the moment, it's not too bad, but I think I'll be adding a little bit more later on. I'm just going to check for the heat. As I said, it's easier to add an ingredient than it is to take it away. Now what I'm going to do next is garnish. I'm going to add the onion. Got a bit of skin off there. The green and red peppers, and the spring onions are underneath there too. It's better to do this in a wok.
But with short one.
I like cooking in this. It's my wee favourite, and I love cooking most of my meals in here. At this stage, that's how it should look. Now, it's not very red looking at the moment, but trust me, it will when it's finished. A bit of seasoning. And just a wee shake of salt. Now, before I add the chicken, you can either add the chicken stock to it into the pot. Another wee trick is to just rub it in your hands. It's better if you use the powdered chicken stock cube. If you just get that and just give it a good mix through, and it's chicken flavour on chicken, which just brings it all together. And a nice wee mix. And then we add the chicken. If you are handling chicken, for safety reasons, just make sure that you wash your hands frequently before you touch anything else. At this stage, a little wooden spoon. And I'm going to turn the heat down now, just to a nice wee simmer. I'm going to simmer this for 15 minutes until the chicken is nicely cooked. A quicker way you can do it also is to fry off the chicken first. But I find when you fry it off and you add it to that, it becomes a little tougher. I prefer if you actually put it into the liquid. I find that you cook it slowly, just a nice simmer for 15 to 20 or 25 minutes, and you can see it already cooking anyway, and it becomes, don't overcook the chicken. You need your chicken to be nice and tender and juicy. You want, especially if you're using a good chicken, you don't want to waste it by overcooking it and making it dry. That's not how chicken should be. And I'm going to leave that to simmer for 15 minutes. Not necessary, but in addition, if you have a little bit of coriander lying about the fridge like I do, just very quickly chop it up, leaving the stalks across. And it depends how much you like coriander, whether you do a little bit or a lot, and just sprinkle over the top. And it really does, I mean, coriander for most dishes, especially a curry, it really does make a big difference. Chicken's ready, and what I did is add just a little extra teaspoon of the curry paste for my own taste, but just be very careful how much of it you do add. I cooked it for a good 15 minutes, chicken's nice and tender still but thoroughly cooked, and just add, make sure you get some of the sauce. I'm using these little bowls just for show. You can add it to a normal plate or a little soup bowl. My perfect rice. Again, you can add this in a little dish and put it aside as well, or you can just put it all in the one plate. This is just one way of serving it. There we go.